Hello everyone, sending you lots of love right now, and I just wanted to bring through a message through my goddess energy, and it's just a feeling that needs to come through right now, so let's see what that is. So she's showing me a lot of us are being we're being pointed in the right direction, but we doubt it. We doubt that direction. So she had something in her hand and she's pointing towards like this kind of more light path, but she's also kind of saying there's also that one over there, and she's trying to say don't even bother with that one. Very, very symbolic. She's showing me through visual right now. She's saying a lot of us are very much going into a space where we're learning to trust ourselves a lot more, but she wants everyone to be aware. So I'll speak through her. So I want you to be aware that there's a part of you that really understands and knows who you are and where to go, but you keep questioning yourself, and the question is, why are you questioning yourself? Do you remember who you are? You remember you are the divine. You are part of all that is. So when you question yourself, you are questioning the essence of who you are. And there's these, basically, to simplify, there's two paths. Go in the direction in which you are full of doubt, because maybe it's more enticing, it's easier to go in the direction of a place where you feel more comfortable, where you don't need to grow as much. And then there's the direction of growth and truth. So does it mean that you're doing something wrong if you go in that path of self-doubt? No, it's where you're at right now. So remember, there's always this level of acceptance. Like you're always accepting the path you need to take. But what is important is the awareness of the fact that you are taking the path of self-doubt. You're accepting the fact that you are in that space, which allows it to flow more easily back into the space of truth. She keeps pointing. She has something in her hand. She keeps pointing to the two paths. What else do you want me to say? So she has expanded. So the path has expanded, almost like a valley-like energy. Like a light has kind of expanded over a bigger piece of land, almost. It's very symbolic. What's coming through is that once you are fully on this path in your truth and power and light and divine purpose, you are there to then open that path for other people. So we all have our own specific purpose, but as a whole, the ones who are following the divine light path are opening it up for those who are still lost on the other one. It's almost like you are shining the light to the rest of those. And it's opening up opportunities and space to ascend the planet even more. So ultimately, you're not only helping yourself, you're actually helping everybody when you follow the divine path of your purpose, of your light. And this can be still quite difficult for a lot of people to follow this and trust it. The reason is we need to separate ourselves from the reality of this planet a little bit in order to be able to dive in to the space of love. The main thing is it's also quite intangible to a lot of people. A lot of people don't really believe that this is possible, to be in the space of complete empowerment and love. A lot of people don't believe that they're capable, and it's like the final break. That's the words that came in, the final break. The break away from that belief system that it's not possible. That is the ultimate, that would end all suffering, is that when you finally believe and know and trust in who you are. It's like, instead of not even believing it, but knowing it, like it is you. So, yep, so it's a transition from belief to knowing. That's the key. Belief immediately into knowing will break it all, and break it in a good way. Break as in break the old patterns of doubt and ego and fear and all that stuff that us humans are throwing ourselves in right now in this life. It all disappears once you break it, because by knowing thyself, knowing thyself is what breaks all that illusion. And then there's no going back once you embody it. So that is a fear. A lot of people fear this. A lot of people know they fear it. They fear their own power. They fear their own strength. They fear their own love. And at this point, yeah, the planet's in a high vibration right now. There's literally no going back once you get there. It's like you've ascended. You've ascended beyond your ego. This is enlightenment, yes. And we are humans. We are still here to live and learn. And it's having full compassion for yourself. Let's say you achieve this for 1 minute. You're like in this space of complete understanding and knowing. And then you go back into your physical world and get bombarded by all the fears and everything like that. The key is not to get involved with it, not to get sucked into it. That's when you know you've actually overcome it. And when I say there's no going back, it's not as extreme as it sounds. It doesn't mean you've left your physical body. It means you are no longer attached to the physical. So you allow it all to happen. You allow your experiences, you allow your pain, you allow it. But you know it's just an experience, and you know that you are beyond it already. You know that there's nothing to worry about. But you let yourself play anyways. You let yourself enjoy the game of life, right? So when there's no going back, in other words, there is a full knowing and understanding and non-attachment to when you think you're falling into some sort of a human experience, and that you need to, but you are seeing through it completely, and it doesn't take you down anymore. That's when you know you've overcome it. feels like there's, now this is the image I got, she has brought down, looked like a dove, but the dove was flying over the valley of where she opened up all the light. And it was kind of sprinkling, I'm going to say fairy dust, okay? Very sparkly energy coming down, almost like a blessing to this path, to this opening of energy, to this divine plan. It's like she's cleansing and purifying and clearing out any doubts that are being projected in that direction. And like the sparkle is like bringing more clarity to the whole direction of that path. Like it's also amplifying it a little bit, making it easier to walk through, to walk into, to walk towards. Yep, and I'm getting, and remember the path is just yourself. Self is in capitals, capital S. The path is just yourself. Okay? But she's cleaning it up and showing you that it's completely real, safe, and clean. Like it's like sparkling of purity right now, and you're completely safe. And a lot of the reason she has to affirm it's completely safe is because a lot of people fear the unknown. Like, well, if I go there, what's going to happen to the rest of everything that I know? It doesn't disappear. But again, there's no going back, because you are now in an elevated state of consciousness, meaning you are now an observer of the other path. You're no longer attaching to that other path, okay? So through this, she's like, we are trying to show you in a way where you can transition into this space of pure consciousness without worrying about losing everything else, because you're not. Alright, so she just closed off the portal for now because she wants me to finish off this video. It's still there, but the vision of the like the opening that was there, it's almost like she closed the curtain. She's like, okay, that's enough, they got it. All right, cool. So thank you for joining me, and just send some gratitude now to Goddess. Yeah. All right, thank you. And sending lots of love your way. We'll see you soon. Thanks for listening.